What a beautiful day in Israel. Nothing can ruin this day at all.
Ah, it's an earthquake!
And it's coming from the Dead Sea Rim. The Dead Sea Rim.
Our Earth continues to remain mysterious in many surprising ways. Last July 2018, a group of international scientists met to make a representation of the deep structure of the Dead Sea Fault in Israel. They wanted to better understand how tectonic plates deform the continental crust. By doing this, scientists may improve and impart their knowledge on earthquake hazards. Come and join our group, the Group 2, as our short documentary discusses relevant information on the Dead Sea Rift.
But first, let's talk about the Dead Sea Rim. The Dead Sea is a salt lake that is landlocked between Israel and Jordan in southwestern Asia. The Dead Sea receives nearly all its water from the Jordan River. It has a very high content of salt, and you can basically swim in it without sinking. The Middle East region has a remarkable record of seismic activities. Several historical earthquakes have caused extensive damage in the past.
The Dead Sea is the lowest point on land. Despite its name, the Dead Sea is actually a lake. The Dead Sea Transform Fault, or the Dead Sea Rift, separates the African plate from the Arabian plate. It runs through the center of the Dead Sea. This major fault system forms part of the complex boundary between the African and Arabian plates. The Dead Sea Fault passing through Israel is a valley that is approximately 20 kilometers wide. It is a sedimentary basin where it is a low area where sediments accumulate. Because of this, it has been called the Dead Sea Rift.
Now, let us talk about how the Dead Sea Rift was formed. The Dead Sea started as a shear transform between the Arabian and African plates as a result of continental collision. Recent discoveries of transitional properties of the crust boundary along the rift and considerate thinning of the crust between the Dead Sea and the Sea of Galilee on the west side of the rift are interpreted as an indication of an active mantle diapir that initiated fracture in this area. Thus, the evolution of the Dead Sea Rift is comprised of an early stage of fracture initiation. With this, the Dead Sea is the most impressive tectonic feature in the Middle East. It is a left lateral transform plate boundary, separating the Arabian plate from the Sinai subplate. The transform has been active since the Miocene period. Motion is transferred along the fault from the opening of the Red Sea in the south to Turkey and Iran to the north. It is one of the most seismically active regions in the Middle East.
These are the chemical changes that happen in the Dead Sea Rift. When the African plate moves, there are chemical changes connected with their volatile interactions with the Arabian plate. It specifically causes faulting, extension, heating, fluid, and volatile migration. When the African plates separated, both the passive margins developed individually, and in the early post-rift sequence, the initial symmetry in their syn-rift stratigraphy then gradually decreased upwards. The surrounding areas of the Dead Sea Rift have been affected numerous times by the movement of the Arabian and African plates, especially during earthquakes.
One of the best examples of the disasters and effects caused by the Dead Sea Rift would be in the city of Jericho. This city has experienced plenty of earthquakes and other disasters like landslides due to its position near the Dead Sea Rift. The city has been destroyed and built again 17 times. The immediate consequences of damaging earthquakes are known and familiar to modern people like us. Unfortunately, earthquakes cause huge human tragedies and economic losses. It is not quite clear yet how earthquakes have affected the people of the past, and it is also unclear how these earthquakes have probably changed the course of history. It is important to note that society may both benefit and be harmed by this. Studying the ways in which earthquakes affected societies may help us cope with such catastrophes that will be part of our existence. The Dead Sea Rift.
Be prepared.
Be alert.
Be ready.